Okay, in this video, this is going to be really exciting stuff, but the reason I'm doing this video is there's been a few people that when I've talked about in the course being able to just quickly put together a 1,000-piece mail, and I said, you know, you print them out of your computer and then you just throw some stamps on there and put them out. They're like, well, wait a minute, how long does it take you to stamp 1,000 postcards? Well, it doesn't take forever. It used to take me about an hour and 10 minutes to stamp 1,000 postcards. That was until one day when I was stamping postcards at my desk in my office, a friend came over and said, what are you doing? And this is a guy that had done tons and tons and tons of mail order. And he said, there's a lot faster way to stamp that. And he showed me a technique that made it so that now instead of taking 110 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes to stamp 1,000 postcards, I can actually do it in about 25 minutes. And you may be able to even do it faster because a lot of it just has to do with your dexterity. So I've got a stack of postcards. We're not going to do the full 1,000 because it'd be a boring video. I got a stack of postcards and I got a roll of stamps. It's very key that you use rolled adhesive stamps for your postcards. Yeah, if you try to use the adhesive that's just on the little thing, you can't use this technique. So, without further ado, I will show you. Basically, there's two ways of where you could put the postcards to do this, and I've done it both ways. For me, it's more comfortable to do it right here on my lap. As a matter of fact, my wife and I have done this in front of the TV hours at a time sometimes before we started using letter shops. You want to stack them on your lap, or you could stack it on a table in front of you. It's easier for me if I stack it on my lap. You take the roll of stamps, and the first thing that you're going to do is obviously unwrap the stamps. Now this is really technical stuff here. You unwrap the little wrapper that comes out that's on the outside of the stamps, and usually I will have all the rolls that I'm going to be using will be all done ahead of time. I'll have this part all finished. Then, this is really key because I didn't used to do this until I learned this technique. You want to take the roll of stamps and completely unroll it. Okay, so you've got like this spiral where everything is like rolled out. This is 100 stamps, right? And then you take the first little edge and peel it back against your finger and have your thumb like this. And then let me turn around in my chair here so you can see how this actually works and how we start to do this. But what you're going to do is you're going to roll the stamp between your first finger and your thumb, and you're going to have your other hand on the stack of postcards like this. And as you turn this, and it's been probably a couple months since I did this, so it's going to start off slow, but I'll get my rhythm and you'll get an idea. After you've done the first roll, this will go very quick. But you basically take this other hand, and I usually have this positioned so that there's you've got a little grip on the end here, and you just roll this back like so. I'm going very slow because this is not, I've done this for a little while, but the idea is that you're rolling this paper back constantly, and this is all being done and it's basically almost as fast as you can turn the page, you can do these. My wife, using this technique, can do 1,000 of them in about 18 minutes is the fastest we have the time here. So, I'd still rather use a letter shop, but if you have to do them yourself and you have to get 1,000 postcards out, this is a very quick way to do it. Let's see if I can speed this up just a touch. This particular postcard is shiny on one side, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Most of the ones that I would do would be on an index stock, and so the other side wouldn't be slippery or slick. Let's cut that part out of the video. Alright, that's it. In a nutshell, that's how you stamp 1,000 postcards in 25 minutes. I just went through, I don't know, 30 and whatever, not very fast. But that's the general idea. Thanks.